The glittering skyline of Las Vegas, a beacon of neon and dreams, was ripped apart on a hot August night. A thunderous roar, a blinding flash, and the iconic Harvey's Casino, a landmark on the Strip, was forever changed. Dust and debris filled the air, a gruesome cloud obscuring the once vibrant lights. Panic gripped the city, the shockwave of the explosion echoing through the desert air. This wasn't the clanging of slot machines or the joyous shouts of a gambler hitting the jackpot. This was the chilling sound of chaos, the herald of a mystery that would grip the nation. A sophisticated bomb, meticulously planned, had detonated, leaving behind a scene of devastation and a city on edge. The audacity of the crime, the sheer force of the blast, sent shockwaves far beyond the Nevada desert. The eyes of the world turned to Las Vegas, the city of sin now grappling with a sin of unimaginable proportions. This wasn't just about a casino, it was about an attack on the very heart of the American dream, a dream built on risk, reward, and the intoxicating allure of chance. But as the dust settled, one question echoed louder than the sirens. Who would dare to orchestrate such a brazen attack on Harvey's, a place where fortunes were won and lost, but never stolen in such a dramatic fashion? Harvey's Casino, a name synonymous with glamour and gambling, had a history as rich and colorful as the city it called home. Founded by a seasoned gambler with a knack for beating the odds, Harvey Gross, the casino embodied the spirit of Las Vegas. From its humble beginnings as a small-time gambling hall to its rise as a strip icon, Harvey's had seen it all. High rollers and Hollywood stars rubbed shoulders with tourists and locals, all drawn to the promise of fortune and the thrill of the game. The casino had become a symbol of success, a monument to the relentless pursuit of the American dream. But beneath the glittering facade of wealth and extravagance, a darker story was about to unfold. The bomb that rocked Harvey's wasn't just an attack on a building, it was a strike at the very foundation of the city's identity. It exposed the vulnerability of a city built on risk, a stark reminder that even in the land of illusions, the stakes were all too real. As investigators sifted through the debris, searching for clues amidst the wreckage, they were confronted with a chilling reality. This was not the work of amateurs. This was a meticulously planned operation, executed with chilling precision. The question wasn't just who wanted to destroy Harvey's, but what were they willing to risk to do it? The answer, as the investigation would soon reveal, lay in a complex web of greed, revenge, and a desperate gamble that would change the face of Las Vegas forever. The story of Harvey's Casino begins not in the glitz and glamour of the Las Vegas Strip, but in the heartland of America. Harvey Gross, a shrewd businessman, saw opportunity in the legalized gambling of Nevada. Leaving the Midwest, he ventured to Las Vegas in 1941. In 1946, Harvey's Wagon Wheel Casino opened, a beacon of promise. With its Western charm, it quickly became a favorite. Gross's warm hospitality made it thrive. As Las Vegas boomed in the post-war years, so too did Harvey's. The small wagon wheel expanded, morphing into the grander Harvey's Hotel and Casino. The Western theme was replaced with a more sophisticated, modern aesthetic, reflecting the changing tastes of a nation embracing prosperity and glamour. Harvey's became known for its luxurious accommodations, its top-tier entertainment, and its unwavering commitment to providing a first-class gaming experience. Celebrities flocked to Harvey's, drawn by its reputation for discretion and its air of sophisticated excitement. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. were frequent guests, their legendary performances adding to the casino's allure. The Rat Pack's presence at Harvey's solidified its status as the place to be seen, a playground for the rich and famous, where fortunes were won and lost against a backdrop of cocktails, cigars, and the intoxicating rhythm of the band. But Harvey's never lost sight of its roots. Gross remained a hands-on owner, known for his generosity and his genuine care for his employees. He treated his staff like family, creating a loyalty and camaraderie that were rare in the often cutthroat world of casinos. This commitment to his employees would have a profound impact on the events that unfolded on that fateful August night. Harvey's continued to flourish, becoming one of the most successful casinos on the Strip. The casino added a new tower, expanding its gaming floor and adding more luxurious suites. A stunning pool area complete with waterfalls and lush landscaping became a haven for sunbathers and socialites. Harvey's had truly arrived, a testament to Gross's vision and his unwavering belief in the allure of Las Vegas. In the late 1970s, Las Vegas faced a wave of change. The FBI cracked down on organized crime, leaving a void. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa cast a long shadow. Amidst this, Harvey Gross passed away and his son Jack inherited a city in transformation. August 26, 1980, dawned like any other summer day in Las Vegas. The relentless desert sun beat down on the city, already shimmering with the mirage-like heat that blurred the line between reality and illusion. Tourists flocked to the casinos, eager to test their luck and escape the mundane in a whirlwind of gambling, entertainment, and hedonistic delights. But fate, as it often does, had a different hand to deal that day. Inside Harvey's casino, the familiar symphony of clanging slot machines, shuffling cards, and the excited chatter of gamblers created a hypnotic rhythm. Dealers shuffled decks with practiced ease, cocktail waitresses glided through the throngs of players, and the air thrummed with the anticipation of potential fortunes won and lost. Yet, unknown to the unsuspecting crowd, a ticking time bomb lay hidden within the very walls of the casino, a silent menace planted with chilling precision. The device, a complex contraption crafted with a chilling understanding of explosives, sat nestled in a custom-built wooden crate, disguised as a large audio speaker. Its creators, shrouded in anonymity, had chosen their target carefully, aiming not just for maximum destruction, but for a symbolic strike at the heart of Las Vegas. The bomb, packed with dynamite and a deadly payload of shrapnel, was a statement, a calculated act of terror, designed to send a message that would reverberate far beyond the neon canyons of the Strip. As the day wore on, the tension inside Harvey's remained invisible to the naked eye. Gamblers remained oblivious, caught in the intoxicating grip of chance and the allure of the game. Employees went about their duties, their smiles and cheerful demeanors masking the underlying anxieties of a city on the verge of change. The clock ticked on, each passing minute bringing the city closer to a moment that would forever alter its landscape. At precisely 9:32 p.m., the desert sky transitioned from a fiery sunset. The silence of the casino floor was shattered by a bomb. The explosion ripped through the South Tower, sending shockwaves. Neon signs flickered and died, plunging the Strip into darkness. Chaos erupted as the reality of the situation sunk in. Pedestrians scattered in terror, their screams swallowed by the echoing boom. The illusion of Las Vegas was shattered, replaced by raw, terrifying reality. Through the inferno. As the dust settled, a horrifying scene emerged. The once grand entrance lay in ruins. Inside, the casino floor resembled a war zone. The air was thick with dust and smoke. First responders raced towards the chaos. Firefighters charged into the inferno. Paramedics worked tirelessly to triage the injured. Stories of heroism emerged from the chaos. A waitress guided tourists to safety. A security guard rescued a trapped gambler. The injured overwhelmed local hospitals. Doctors and nurses worked tirelessly through the night. The city faced a tragedy of unprecedented scale. Ground Zero. As dawn broke, casting a pale light over the devastated Strip, the true extent of the damage became chillingly clear. The bomb, its destructive power exceeding even the most cynical predictions, had left an indelible scar on the heart of Harvey's. The South Tower, its once gleaming facade now a charred skeleton, stood as a haunting reminder of the previous night's terror. The casino floor, once a symphony of sound and light, lay silent beneath a thick layer of dust and debris. The investigation, one of the largest and most complex in Las Vegas history, began immediately. FBI agents, their faces grim, swarmed the blast site, meticulously combing through the wreckage for clues. Every piece of debris, every shattered window, every twisted piece of metal was treated as a potential piece of the puzzle, a silent witness to the events that had unfolded. The eyes of the nation, and indeed the world, turned to Las Vegas, eager for answers, for justice, and for reassurance that such an act of terror could never happen again. The bombing of Harvey's casino was a watershed moment for Las Vegas, a stark reminder that even in the city of dreams reality could be cruel and unforgiving. It shattered the illusion of invincibility that had long cloaked the Strip, exposing the vulnerability of a city built on risk and reward. Yet, amidst the wreckage, the spirit of Las Vegas endured. The city, known for its resilience and its ability to bounce back from adversity, would rebuild, stronger and more determined than ever. But the scars of that August night, both physical and psychological, would linger, a somber reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present potential for darkness to intrude upon even the brightest of lights. The investigation begins. The dust had barely settled on Harvey's casino when investigators arrived. FBI agents, forensic experts, and bomb squad technicians fanned out across the debris. Each piece of evidence held potential clues to the attack. The nation demanded answers and justice. The initial assessment was bleak. The bomb was a potent cocktail of dynamite and engineering. Its placement suggested a calculated strike at Harvey's empire. The perpetrators had intimate knowledge of the casino. The investigation was a top priority for the FBI. Every hour increased the likelihood the trail would grow cold. Agents worked around the clock, piecing together the fragments. The task was daunting. The bombing occurred at the peak of the casino's activity. The blast created unimaginable confusion. Witnesses struggled to recall details. The investigation would be a marathon, not a sprint. As days turned into nights, investigators toiled relentlessly in their makeshift headquarters. Forensic specialists meticulously sifted through the debris, searching for any fragment that might bear the telltale fingerprints of the bombers. Bomb squad technicians examined the remnants of the explosive device, hoping to trace its origins. The investigation took on a multi-pronged approach. One team focused on analyzing the physical evidence, reconstructing the bomb and searching for DNA or fingerprints. Another team scrutinized casino security footage, hoping to catch a glimpse of the bombers. Yet another team interviewed former employees and patrons with potential grudges. Leads surfaced and evaporated with frustrating regularity. A tip about a suspicious patron led to a deadbeat gambler with no apparent connection. A rumor about a rival casino owner proved unfounded. The investigation was mired in speculation and conspiracy theories, yet a glimmer of hope emerged. Forensic analysis revealed traces of a rare detonator suggesting sophisticated weaponry. This discovery suggested the bombers had access to specialized training. The investigation had stumbled upon a crucial piece of the puzzle, pointing towards a darker truth. The revelation of the military-grade detonator sent shockwaves through the investigation. The prospect of seasoned professionals, perhaps with ties to organized crime, being behind the Harvey's bombing sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened investigators. The FBI, its resources now fully committed, brought in its top profilers and explosives experts. The remnants of the bomb were flown to Quantico for further examination. The media, fueled by leaks and rumors, provided blow-by-blow coverage of the investigation. The bombing of Harvey's casino had a profound impact on Las Vegas, far beyond the immediate devastation and loss of life. The city, built on a foundation of risk and reward, suddenly felt vulnerable, its carefully crafted illusion of invincibility shattered by the blast. The carefree spirit that had long defined Las Vegas, the sense that anything could happen, was replaced by a palpable tension, a gnawing uncertainty about what might come next. Tourists, once drawn to the city's promise of escape and excitement, began to reconsider their travel plans. Hotel bookings plummeted, casinos reported a sharp decline in revenue, and the once bustling streets of the Strip took on an almost eerie quiet. The economic impact of the bombing was immediate and severe, a stark reminder that even in the city of dreams, reality had a way of intruding, often with devastating consequences. The psychological toll was perhaps even more profound. The bombing had shaken the city to its core, leaving an invisible scar on the collective psyche of its residents. The carefree spirit, the sense of invincibility that had long defined Las Vegas, was replaced by a newfound vulnerability, a gnawing fear that lingered long after the debris had been cleared and the headlines had faded. The investigation, now dragging into its second week, continued to dominate the news, a constant reminder of the violence that had visited their city. Every passing day without an arrest, every dead end, every tantalizing clue that ultimately led nowhere, only served to heighten the tension. to fuel the fear that had seeped into the very fabric of Las Vegas. The city that never slept was now haunted by nightmares, its neon lights no longer symbols of excitement and glamour, but flickering reminders of a darkness that lurked just beneath the surface. The investigation had hit a wall. Days bled into weeks, the trail growing colder with each passing hour. The phantom bomb maker, a ghost in the desert wind, seemed to have vanished into thin air. Then, a break. A name whispered in a holding cell, a face glimpsed in a faded mugshot. John Burgess Jr., a man with a past as explosive as the device that had ripped through Harvey's. Burgess, a Vietnam veteran with a talent for electronics and a simmering rage against the world, fit the profile that had begun to emerge from the shadows. He was a man of contradictions, a skilled engineer who channeled his brilliance into destruction, a loving father who harbored a reckless disregard for human life. He was, in the words of one investigator, a walking time bomb, a man teetering on the edge, driven by a potent cocktail of greed, resentment, and a desperate desire to leave his mark on the world. As agents delved into Burgess's past, a pattern of instability and violence emerged. Failed business ventures, a string of broken relationships, and a growing obsession with gambling, particularly at Harvey's, painted a picture of a man spiraling towards a breaking point. He saw himself as a victim, cheated by the system, wronged by those he believed had profited from his misfortune. The casino, in his twisted logic, became the embodiment of his failures, a glittering monument to his own perceived inadequacies. The investigation revealed that Burgess had been nursing a grudge against Harvey's for years, convinced that the casino had cheated him out of a substantial jackpot. He had become a familiar face at the blackjack tables, his losses mounting, his anger simmering beneath the surface. He saw the bombing as a twisted form of payback, a way to strike back at the institution he believed had wronged him, to reclaim what he felt was rightfully his. As one agent remarked, he wanted to make them pay, not just in money, but in fear, in the realization that he was a force to be reckoned with. While the FBI tightened the noose around John Burgess Jr., the men and women of Harvey's casino struggled to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The bombing had left an indelible mark on their collective psyche, a trauma that transcended the physical destruction. The casino, once a beacon of excitement and glamour, was now a haunting reminder of their own mortality, a symbol of the fragility of life in a city built on illusions. The head of security walked through the inferno, guiding terrified patrons to safety, his own fear masked by a steely resolve. Haunted by the images of that night, he rebuilt the casino's security apparatus, determined to prevent another tragedy. It was his personal mission to honor those lost and protect his family. Doris Miller, a cocktail waitress, known for her infectious laugh, narrowly escaped the blast. Her uniform singed, ears ringing, the experience shook her to the core. She returned to work, her smile strained, laughter less carefree. Tommy DeLuca, a bellhop, dreamed of becoming a dealer. He witnessed the aftermath, comforting the injured, his hands trembling. The experience aged him, stripping away his youthful naivety. He returned to work, with a newfound maturity, determined to make a difference. The casino family, forever changed, but resilient. They rebuilt their lives, stronger than before. A testament to their spirit. The casino family. Leading the charge to bring Burgess to justice was a young FBI agent named Ed Fagan. Driven and relentless, Fagan saw the Harvey's bombing as a personal crusade. He immersed himself in the investigation, working tirelessly to bring the perpetrators to justice. Fagan, a rising star, had a reputation for his tenacity and unorthodox methods. He had a knack for seeing connections others missed, piecing together disparate threads. The investigation took its toll on Fagan, the relentless pressure wearing on him. He became withdrawn, obsessed, driven by a sense of duty. The weight of responsibility fueled his determination even as he teetered on burnout. The net was tightening around John Burgess Jr. and his accomplices. Ed Fagan turned a disgruntled ex-girlfriend of Burgess's associate. Her testimony placed Burgess at the heart of the conspiracy. She revealed details about the bomb's construction and planning. Armed with this, Fagan and his team moved swiftly. Wiretaps were authorized, surveillance teams deployed. They could feel the walls closing in. Panic set in, their movements growing erratic. Burgess planned to extort a king's ransom from Harvey's casino. His plan involved detonating a bomb to cripple the casino. He would then offer to disarm a second bomb for money. But Burgess miscalculated. He underestimated the FBI and the city's resilience. His world of deception was crumbling. Fagan and his team prepared to make their move. They knew Burgess was dangerous and unpredictable. The arrest would be fraught with risk. The bust, when it came, was swift and decisive. FBI agents closed in on Burgess and his accomplices in a series of coordinated raids. The trial exposed the inner workings of the bombing plot. Forensic analysis of the bomb fragments, John Burgess Jr. was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Justice, albeit delayed, had been served. The bombing would forever be etched into the annals of Las Vegas history. The bomb that ripped through Harvey's casino on that hot August night left an indelible mark on Las Vegas. It was a stark reminder that even in the city of dreams, the stakes were all too real. Las Vegas endured, scarred but not broken. The neon lights continued to blaze, a newfound sense of vigilance prevailed.